And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first keynote address for day one. May I please welcome to the stage Her Excellency Hala Muhammad Jabir Al-Ansari, the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Women, Kingdom of Bahrain.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Honored guests, it is a pleasure for me to participate in this global summit that primarily focuses on reshaping the role of think tanks, considering the rapid and unexpected changes that the world is witnessing today, to present policymakers and the public with a new roadmap towards a prosperous future. It is indeed high time that such an event takes place to draw attention to the remarkable contribution of women to think tanks and research, and to acknowledge the importance of holding women's empowerment as a key priority on the global agenda. The timely launch of the Global Women and Think Tank Network is hence a commendable initiative which holds great potential for female thinkers and academics, and it will certainly help in mainstreaming women's issues in intellectual discussions across the board. This step will prove to be of extreme importance as the world faces new challenges that will require a balanced, gender-sensitive economic and social recovery plan to reshape women's readiness in the post-pandemic workforce and sustain their role as main contributors in the new economy. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, women have played a strong role in addressing some of the world's most urgent problems, such as global social welfare, health, education, and climate change, where women have been continuously promoting sustainable development programs. However, less than 30% of the world's researchers are women, and to truly reduce the gap, we must go beyond the numbers to identify the underlying factors that prevent women from pursuing careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, even though women comprise 43% of the academic sector. On this matter, many studies have found that women in STEM fields publish less and do not progress as men colleagues, making the scientific field lack the ability to provide women with a fair ground for natural progression, with an increasing need to enforce equitable measures to reduce gender gaps. In this regard, Bahrain's experience with women's empowerment and advancement has taken into consideration the importance of adopting a holistic approach to improve the status of women in all areas of development. This has been demonstrated by the establishment of the Supreme Council for Women 20 years ago, and putting into action a national plan for the advancement of Bahraini women in alignment with Bahrain's Vision 2030 and the International Sustainable Development Goals, which is supported by the following instruments. The National Gender Balance Model as a leading governance mechanism for policymakers and stakeholders to ensure the proper mainstreaming and sustainability of gender balance in the Kingdom. The National Observatory to monitor gender balance, hosting over 4,000 indicators to measure the impact of the status of women in national development, benchmarked to regional and international statistics. A 2-year periodic National Gender Balance Report approved by the State Cabinet to measure the socio-economic contribution of both men and women in the economy. The report is considered one of the key tools to observe and evaluate the impact of implementing the National Gender Balance Model. And finally, research projects through the Women Information Center at the Supreme Council for Women to better understand the status of women in various fields and the challenges they face. The aim of this project is to produce objective-oriented recommendations to bridge notable gaps. These efforts reflected positively in the ability of Bahrain to reorient national initiatives towards the needs of women during the current crisis. A solid risk management approach was sought to ensure sustainability of women's progress during uncertain times, which would not have been possible without systematic follow-up and accountability measures. Ladies and gentlemen, considering what has been achieved for women in the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Supreme Council for Women continues to establish national and international partnerships to promote knowledge management and document success stories. Acknowledging the importance of such alliances, we have focused on developing partnerships that foster the contributions of women scholars on all issues. The Council is currently establishing the Women and Gender Balance Studies Center at the Royal University for Women in Bahrain in partnership with the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for West Asia, and we look forward to witnessing its contribution to regional and international efforts to continue delivering what is necessary to achieve the desired progress for women. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Hala Muhammad Jabir al-Ansari, the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Women, Kingdom of Bahrain, for the keynote address.